month, the nation's two largest theater chains will reopen for the first time since the pandemic struck. While moviegoers couldn't see new releases during these last few months in theaters, two young film buffs saw something else. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get into the Hollywood history books. Jamie Wax reports.
Jaws.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Independence Day.
Welcome to Earth.
Avengers Endgame.
Assemble.
And Unsubscribe.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What do these movies have in common? They each held the #1 spot at the U.S. box office during the coveted summer season. Wait, haven't heard of Unsubscribe? A 29-minute horror film shot on Zoom over 4 days with virtually no budget and a non-existent marketing campaign?
That one's sick, dude.
Well, sit back, have some popcorn if you got it, and enjoy a tale of creativity, ingenuity, and pandemic.
Erase your account, or I will erase you.
The moment it popped into my head, I noticed that box office numbers were so low, and I've been trying to make content. I was like, if I can make the #1 box office movie in America, that's a huge idea.
The story begins with actor and YouTuber Eric Tabak and writer-director Christian Nilsson.
I've been making movies since I was 10 years old.
Christian Nilsson.
I think 11, I started a YouTube channel and just filmed little videos at home. And
dude, they have Deal or No Deal.
Let's go back to the beginning of this. You two met at BuzzFeed in 2018. Didn't click at first, but then found a shared love of movies, right?
Well, I clicked, but he didn't click. So immediately started messaging him, wanting to make videos with him.
Fast forward to 2020, after an Emmy win for Nilsson and YouTube success for Tabak, when both had big projects on the horizon, including a fully funded first feature for Nilsson, titled West Hampton, after his Long Island hometown.
It was a project that I had been working on for about 5 years, and COVID-19 came along, and I think investors got scared.
I was just starting to work with a company that was funding a show, and I wanted to do this big project on YouTube, and then they, I think, lost investors as well, dropped my show right away. So then I called Christian, and I started updating him on videos, ideas I was working on.
But you put this entire idea out there in that conversation.
So at first I didn't know exactly how to do it. I was like, all I know is we need to make a small amount of money to be able to be named #1 box office movie in America.
And so we thought, if we can get a theater for next to nothing and spend the money ourselves, that money essentially is going to funnel out of our right pocket and just go back to our left pocket. And so this is something that was never really possible prior to this moment, and I think that we just realized it at the right time.
For the plan to work, things had to come together in an insanely quick way.
So May 7th, he calls me, and we realize theaters are going to open up in 3 or 4 weeks.
You were racing against the clock.
It's been getting a lot of attention how it was written in 1 day and shot in 4 days.
Day one.
But we had to be fast because we had to get this thing out as quick as we could. And the entire process was done in a month.
I want to put you in.
You assembled a very impressive cast. I mean, a lot of major YouTubers with a lot of followers, and also Charlie Tahan of Ozark, who's a very hot property right now.
I was just persistent and annoying. I sent 50 voice memos of people being like, do you want to be a part of the #1 box office movie in America? Let's do it.
And with a theater in West Hampton rented, filming via Zoom complete, and some 257 hours of post-production finished just under the wire, Nilsson and Tabak gave the film a proper premiere, cycling their money through the box office over 5 showings for a total gross of $25,488.
I love the fact the movie is on the marquee, sold out, and that you guys put on tuxes and came in and made it a real premiere.
I mean, it was a special event. You have to wear a tuxedo for a special event.
And within days of its brief theatrical run, Unsubscribe had cemented its place in movie history.
How did it feel when you saw your movie at the top of those official lists?
It was crazy. It felt like a love story. I had called you, and I was just like, we did it.
That entire morning while we were waiting for those websites to report, it was really stressful, and it was just a moment of relief, and absurd relief, too, because my fiance right afterwards said, you have the #1 movie in America. It's like, That is the stupidest thing I've ever felt. That's the stupidest thing I've ever thought of. That we just made this short film, and then that is the #1 film in America.
How soon after all this got reported did the press come calling?
Not right away.
I think there were like a couple days where we were like, oh my God, nobody cares. Like this was so stupid.
We felt like idiots.
Yeah, duped for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And then all hell broke loose.
And then
it just blew up, and it's just been this incredible ride ever since. The next morning, we woke up to requests from outlets across the country, which we were hoping for initially, but we didn't expect the interest globally. If you Google our names, articles from France, Spain, Hungary, Russia, Africa, this story went everywhere. I was seeing languages I didn't even recognize.
Even though they've now garnered international attention, Nilsson and Tabak definitely don't see this as the end of their story.
The immediate goal is to partner up on a feature film that I've been writing and film that outside, not on Zoom, have that go into a real theater with a real audience and really get placed on the box office charts.
No more empty theaters for you guys.
no more empty theaters.
For CBS This Morning Saturday, Jamie Wax, West Hampton, New York.
That story's awesome. And you've got like 1 million people now, Michelle, saying like, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I do that, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say, Jeff. Can you believe it? Oh, I just can't.